Hello, hello, how are you, my old friends on the internet, global wise, the Holy God, Humanity Services, international, global wise, internet, YouTube channel, the All Voices, Universal All Voices, All Speeches, All Kind, Chief Advisor, Tekketelevision, VIP, Incredible, Amazing Talking Studio, representing you always, all the time. Holy good night, holy good days, have a good days, have a good traditional and humanity, cultural and humanity, peace and love and brotherhood, justice, helping and supporting, VIP education, advising, guiding, helping, supporting for you to the all world humanity, humankind, peace be upon peace, love and brotherhood, helping, supporting. Very good evening with your kindness, helping, supporting and loving our program, our planning. This is a greatest holy Ramadan. Congratulations, holy Ramadan of this worldwide international Islamic holy month Ramadan Kareem for the worldwide global wide Muslim traditional and holy month of Islamic world. Most welcome. There are 30 days holy days and 30 nights holy nights from the gift of the greatest holy God, the honor of universal and honor of the all prophets, holy prophets and holy messenger and the holy books of the greatest honor of the universal, the most gracious, merciful, holiest holy God, all the time holy God blessing all kind mercies with good happiness and with good wishes for you, for us, for all of the truly honest humankind, humanity, peace and love and brotherhood, helping, supporting, justice, services of the holy God. Most welcome all the ways, all the time, everywhere. Honestly, truly, my old friend, Muslim and the other non-Muslim, all humans, kind services, peace and love and brotherhood, humanity services. This is a way of the world. We are the world. Truly, honestly, that is a very great words and subject and lesson. We are the world. We know about the world and we are the world, representing overall greatest program, making a good happiness, peace and love and brotherhood, humanity services for the helping, supporting, truly, honestly, for all humanity services, for the forever, for the holiest, greatest God, honor of the universal services as a employment of the holiest, greatest God of the universal. Truly, honestly, on the way of the we are the world, and God, holiest God, given us a greatest holy chance for His service, for the world service, for humanity, peace and love and brotherhood services. You know, the worldwide international Islamic laws, regulation, holy book, the Al-Quran Al-Kareem, Al-Furqan Al-Hamid, the greatest mother of the all holy books of the messenger of the God, representing and showing us a true path for the greatest holy God of the universal ways. True talk, truly, honestly, help and support for humanity, for the God, for the holy messengers, on the religious way, truth way, as we are world, we know about the religious, and there are too much many million religions in the worldwide, in the whole world, in the humanity world, on the earth, in the whole field of the all countries in the world, about 300 countries or more than 300 countries. There are many billions population of the humanity, loving, looking to forwarding, to following the greatest holy God of the universal, which the holiest God has been sent billion greatest holy prophets and messenger from the humanity field, from the humanity on the earth. Those were all holiest man, and from the humanity, from the Bani Adam, the son and families members from the Bani Adam, the first human of the world in the universal, from the greatest holy God. That is a very important, perfect and true subject and lesson of the greatest holy Adam and Eve, his wife Eve, our greatest holiest grandpa and grandmother. And after then, billions, many holiest messengers and the holiest prophets brought many holy books from the greatest holy God, from the worldwide, from the sky, law, regulation, description, holiest messages and the holiest books and the holiest way, true path of the greatest holy God. To change our life in the world for a greatest love life, holy love life, bright future on the earth, from the successful helping, supporting from the greatest holy God and his messenger services and prophet and holy books services on the truth path on the earth. There is a greatest lecture and the greatest holy messages from the holy God and from the messengers. That way is a true and truth way for the humanity of the world in the universal on the earth, which showing you and showing us a great path and great way to make your life, our life, for your all worldwide human life, strongly, truly, honestly, on the truth way, for helping, supporting peace and love and justice, for humanity services, for the truth path and the for holy greatest God services. To joining to celebration with truly, honestly, to make a good holy spray in the holy nights, in the greatest holy nights, in the greatest holy days, and the holy month of the year. That is a part and path showing all holy messengers' books, state education, VIP education, strongly, honestly, truly, for the humanity on the earth, from the holiest God of universal. The greatest holy God is the greatest holy, gracious and merciful, always, all the time, everywhere, every time, given and give us true path and the greatest blessing and all mercies all the time, sent for us, for lovers truly honestly followers and lover of the greatest holy God, and lover and follower of the greatest holy books and holy messengers. So that's why I am representing my the universal all voices, all speeches, greatest VIP Tekketelevision, incredible, amazing VIP educational talking studio, represent you all the time, always. True path, true subject, true lesson, true education, true talking for the humanity, peace and love and brotherhood and justice, for the helping, supporting humanity, humankind services, for the God, Holy God services, for the services of the holy books and the holy education of the greatest, holiest messenger and prophet of God. So for that we go out and we find for our greatest lover and follower, truly honestly a great, holiest, bright, love life, future forever, all the time, everywhere you want, and you want to make a good efforts, holy efforts, holiest, successful efforts, day and night in your life to make a good, bright future. Always well done, well do, and with good, truly, honestly behave in the whole country. If you are English or any nations, from Arabian, from the Asian, from Russian, from the Japanese, Asian, Chinese, Korean, African, that is not effect and fault, because all humanity belong from the earth, from the universal of the greatest holy God, who are the owner and creator and creation, humanity, and there are too much nature and powerful nature's creation of the God, and the many creation of the science and scientists and humanity creation, which belong for humanity services, helping, supporting peace and love, for humanity, peace and love, always, all the time, allwhere, in all the countries, forever. That is a way and good way to find humanity subject, what is a humanity, what is a peace, what is a lesson and subject of peace and love and brotherhood and the justice, for helping and supporting for the true way, all the time, true way, truly, honestly, as a human being, as a Muslim being, as a Christian being, or any way of the world, as a greatest holy human being, truly, honestly, on the truly honest, true path forever. After that you can call we are the world. Because if we say, if we believe, and if we follow greatly, honestly, mostly as a human being, truly and honestly, that is the first and the great point and policy and education guidance, truly and honestly, because the greatest true and honestly, truly is the greatest holy policy of the God. It's belong from the God and from messenger and holy books. If you are not truly and honestly servicing, doing well done with in your good behave in your life, bright future, that call you are not belonging and love humanity, peace, love and brotherhood, helping and supporting. So that is effect and fault, too much fault and very great corruption. There are very great corruption and terrorist and terrorism system. Then we call those are the terrorist and terrorism corruption groups and humanity group, which are making a fault, mistake against the humanity, truly and true humanity and truly, honestly humanity on the true path of the God. Against the God and against the true human follower, lovers of the world and earth of the God. So if you are against him, against the true path and against the greatest holy God, that means you are a very big terrorist and terrorism and the 420 and not human. So it's mean you are under uneducated persons. Your responsibility and your guidance under uneducated person, uneducated groups. Yes. If you say, if you are challenger of the world, that we are the world, so it means you know about the world, you know about the universal, you know about the humanity, you know about the peace and love and brotherhood and peace and justice and helping, supporting, financially assistance, gratefully for humanity, peace and love in all the way of the true path and true helping, supporting in humanity field and in the worldwide for the all humanity, humankind services, peace and love and justice, truly, honestly, all the time, everywhere. There is a too much everywhere support and help from the greatest holy God of the universal, always helping, supporting those are a true and honest person for humanity, for the greatest God and messenger services on the way and path of the world. That is a correct and true way of the humanity, of the God, of the messenger and holy books. So that I always representing my all video messages in all speeches, talking in English and in Arabic and in Urdu and others popular famous languages which I know and I can explain and make a good description about the holiest way and true way of humanity, peace and love and justice for the greatest bright future for all of them, for all of us, and always well done, greatest well done, well do in with good true tongue and true speeches, true language, and the truly honestly with the greatest holy bright future for us, for you. That is a not against any humanity and any country and any government person and government policies of United Kingdom or United Nations or United Asian Nations and the United Arab Nations and the United Asian countries. There are too much countries in the worldwide. That's all our messages and special universal all voices, all speeches, greatest chief advisor, VIP, chief advisor, Tekketelevision, incredible, amazing talking for the greatest bright future, love life, helping, supporting humankind service, talking for you, for us, for all the country of the worldwide humanity, population, generation, new generation, old generation. We took and we got many knowledges. There are too much knowledges in the worldwide about the not enough for the talking way. It is a very good behave, with good behave, practically involve, select in your great bright life, your past life, your future life, your present life, for the always, all the time in your official and your homework, in your country work, in your all field of the work division, on the internet, global wise internet, or in your services, in the general humanity, humankind services, ways and truth way of the holiest and the religion way, of the politician way, and as a leadership, as a royalty and royal kingdoms and royal king relations, and the honorable presidents, crown prince and queens, and the all royal families which belong for peace and love and always love humanity, humankind service, peace and love and justice in the worldwide, global wise, doing well done, connecting, linking and supporting, helping all the time. there are too much efforts and the good behave we have recorded from the history of the worldwide. There are too much honest and true persons from the royal families, from the queen families, from the kingship and kingdoms, royal families. They always supporting, helping and loving humanity, humankind services, all of the worldwide for every nation, for any nation, for humanity of the worldwide. We belong and they belong truly, honestly, doing well done with good behave all the time. So mostly there are too much education field. Some are the very famous and especially movements and education field about this world, this century. There is a international, worldwide, global wise science and scientist education. Science, scientist creation and scientist education field, that is the greatest modern education, modern field of this century, of this world. Then we are the world. And there is too much many kind of the religions in the worldwide, in the whole country of the world, on the earth. There are some are very, very great humanity and human religions belong from the greatest holy God, from the messenger and from the holy books. That's mean that is a very holy and greatest subject and lesson for education, for talking, for the helping, supporting, for the humanity of the worldwide, on the earth, in the universal. Because science and scientist field and scientist creation is a greatest, famous and popular of this world modern education, humanity modern education. They founded and they find it too much millions creations and bringing too much out some very good result of the science and sciences education, practically showing to the world. And second is religion. The greatest religion is not a fault and effect and uneducated education, uneducated person education. That is a religion part, religious part, greatest holy part. Like you say, like as I given you a good holy example for this religion. Religion always showing us a two path, naturally, truly, honestly, for the holiest and true and honest persons of humanity, ladies and gentlemen, or children, which belong from any religion of the world on the earth. They successfully efforts making a good successfully to get education. First thing is education. If you don't have any education about modern science and scientist education, guidance education, and if you don't have any religion education, so it's mean you are not complete person of humanity of the world on the earth. Because always, all the time, everywhere in the whole country of the worldwide, in any field, if you don't have any education, so you can't get anything about education field. Education field showing us a truth path, a greatest holy path, greatest holy God, of the universal path. If you think there are no God, is a no greatest holy God of the universal. So that is a very, very big and great mistake, and uneducated persons which belong about the only universal and global wise earth division humanity, but they are not complete about the worldwide and global education. They cannot understand completely any education of the worldwide on the earth, in the humanity life, in his life, and for them any education guidance they cannot get, because all topics, all lesson of the worldwide universal wise about any field of the science and modern technology, or religion field, or politician field, and our nation field, government field, otherwise non-government field, humanity NGOs field, about artist field, about the artist division field, for the Hollywood division field. They all fields belong education. If you think there are no education in the worldwide, that's wrong, also wrong. There are too much million kind of the education field, educational subjects, lessons, and the education belong from the billions holy books and non-holy books of the humanity in the world, on the earth, in the universal. That is a perfect and challengeable record of the global wise, worldwide historical humanity, holiest efforts, and the humanity efforts for the education field, for the humanity, human being as a human being, for the human greatest holy bright future services, holy services of the greatest holy God of the universal. Same like God is a greatest powerful creator of the universal and earth and all planets and stars and moon and all thing in the universal and all thing of the universal, and also the human, the creation from the God, humanity. That is a season and the world of this century have been showing us too much religious education guidance and the greatest modern science and computerized system, showing us a great bright future for the humanity, for all the time, for us, for you, for all of making a good, greatest behave and greatest bright future, truly, honestly. Then they find and they can find greatest holy love life, great true future from the past, from the present, and from the past. For the greatest future is we are getting successfully with good behave and good peace and love and brotherhood and peace and justice, and the service of the greatest honor of the universal, the God services as employments and small employment and servicemen for the greatest helping, supporting the true way and true path for the humanity, for humankind services on the earth, in the universal, all the time, always. So I was explaining about the education field. There are too much education field. If you are challenger and about the we of the world, so you have a greatest responsibility and sponsorship for this challenge on the earth, in the worldwide in the countries, in the humankind services. Great responsibility, great honorable, true and honestly service with good behavior, good mind, good education. Because I told you about education. Education is not one education. There are too much many billion education about this century, modern education, and about religion and religious education, about the new and old history education, about the new creation education, about the humanity service, peace and love and brotherhood services education, about the greatest humanity bright future education, which we belong, and then we calling we are the world. So you are correct. We are the world. You are the world. Then you are completing, and your subject and education knowledge is for humanity, peace and love and brotherhood, peace and justice. If you think my explaining and description about education, VIP education, which we are representing always in our video messages, in our international, global wise internet division television channel, which call the universal all voices, all speeches, greatest VIP chief advisor, Tekketelevision, amazing, incredible VIP education talking studio, represent you a good and for bright future, for holiest bright future, for the holiest education of the God, for the all bright future of the modern science and science-based education, about this global wise historical education, and for future education, for present education, for the past education, for this way which are explaining and giving you hints and views, overviews, and the complete education to make a good, completely our subject and lesson and our all effort, and successfully showing you, representing for you and for all of the humanity. There are too much NGOs and too much academies, worldwide academies, educational academies in all countries, and there are too much very VIP, international, global wise, highest high educational universities, colleges, education, schools, academies belong education. There are you have got very highest degrees, certificate, making your documents about the masters, about the doctors of philosopher, about the scientists, about the scientist education professor, about the many kind of the religion professor, and there are too much bright future education, there are too much only education, general education and science education, there are too much making a great bright future education for the university education, for the philosopher and teacher and master education, for the as advisor, chief advisor education, for the explaining and giving good way, truth path education, for the humanity services, for the greatest all services belong, service of the greatest holy God of the Creator and the holy God services as employment truly, honestly in your humanity field on the earth, on the world. Then we can say we are the world. We are the world. So I am very, very excited and happy and glad to meet you on the overall channel, YouTube international channel, overall international Facebook channels, pages, of all service global wise internet global services. From the 40 years I am doing well done and servicing for the God, Holy Greatest God, for the internet global wise services belonging my efforts and all searching and servicing for the greatest God, for the humanity, peace and love and brotherhood. This is a great challengeable services which I have been starting and using the universal all voices, all speeches, VIP educational, greatest VIP chief advisor, Tekketelevision, amazing and incredible talking studio. Represent you on all Facebook channel pages on the way of the all celebration, holiest days and the all traditional and holiest science and modern technical and modern science education and the for bright future education. All the time we represent a great talking, and all the time I openly online worldwide connected on the internet worldwide global wise television channel over services, Facebook channel services, YouTube channel services for humanity on the world, in the worldwide, on the universal, for all field, for the all humanity field, for you and for us, for everywhere, every time. Openly online invited you and invited to the world for connect for the true path, for the truly true way. If you are the challenger and you are the great, you have a great future, you have a great knowledge, educational about the humanity, peace and love and brotherhood. Come on, most welcome. Do well, always do well, well done, with good behavior, with as a greatest holy humanity relationship, peace and love and brotherhood, on the truth path of the greatest love of the God and greatest love of the honor of the universal path and the holiest and religion and modern science and scientist path and field. A greatest make a relationship. I invited to all ladies and gentlemen of the from the whole world of the university scholar, greatest philosopher, any person, single person, ladies and gentlemen, or oldest aged philosopher, doctors, may come down truly honestly on the way of the greatest holy God way, greatest true way, true path of the worldwide. So then we call we are the world. If you are the world, come, most welcome, openly online, independently and with a sponsor and responsibility. Do well done honestly. That is a very correct way and most welcome. Thank you all the time. So I was telling about the education kinds. There are too much education kind. You know about the Holy Quran. At this time in the world, on this century, latest century, about 1500 oldest history, 1500 years ago, there are the greatest holy human, the greatest holiest prophet of the greatest holy of God of the universal, sent a greatest holy human from the Adam and Eve, from the family of Abraham. His name is greatest Muhammad bin Abdullah. He was a greatest holiest human, complete human of the humanity, of education of humanity, of the religious and religion education of humanity, of the modern technology and modern science and scientist education. He was the completely complete human of the universal, from the God, helping and supporting all the time, as he was helping about the billion messenger and prophet of the universal on the earth, and sent and many holy book. Also that God, greatest holy God, sent Muhammad bin Abdullah from the Makkatul Mukarrama, the greatest, holiest and oldest history of the Makkatul Mukarrama, the call in Arabic Al-Baytul Atiq, the Makkatul Mubaraka, Al-Baytul Atiq, Baytul Muqaddas, its name. Before there are Jerusalem, also greatest holy house of the God, the Baytul Muqaddas, Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa. There are greatest holy mosque of Aqsa. Its name Baytul Muqaddas, Awwal. Why they say about the Baytul Muqaddas, this is a Awwal, yani first holiest house of the God, the Masjid Al-Aqsa. There are greatest holy mosque in Jerusalem. Because that is also a great knowledge of Islamic and religion knowledge, of the historical knowledge from the history of humanity. Makkatul Mukarrama is the oldest, greatest, very, very oldest on the earth, the house of greatest God, the gracious, merciful, honor of the all universal house, Al-Baytul Atiq, Al-Kaaba, its name Kaaba, the Makkatul Mubaraka. Who used this Bayt, this holy Kaaba, holy house of the God on the earth, in the universal? Use the greatest assistant of the greatest holy God of the universal, the Adam, the first human of the world of the universal, Hazrat Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, wa Eve, his wife Hawa alayhi salatu wassalam. They used Kaaba. So now you are understand which is the first greatest holy house of the God on the earth, Kaaba. Because Adam, assistant of the greatest holy God of the universal, assistant, not a prophet, not a messenger. Adam, first humanity, father, holy father, and mother Eve, belong from Makkatul Mukarrama. They create and make and build the Kaaba to praying all the time on the earth. Pray to God. Who God? The creator of the whole universal. And creation, the God is a creator of the all creation, natural creation of the world, heaven, and all from east and west and south and north, and all planet, stars, and the universal, and the mountain, and the earth, and the all holy messengers. After that, Adam, greatest holy God, sent billion messengers from the family of Adam on the world. So that history is a millions years ago oldest history on the earth of the universal from the greatest holy God. So its name, a Kaaba al-Makkatul Mukarrama, is the greatest, holiest, oldest, greatest, holiest of the God on the earth. And the Makkah city is the very greatest, holiest and great oldest city of the worldwide universal. So why we say Jerusalem and Baitul Muqaddas is a great first house of God? That is a great question for all humanity of the worldwide, from any, they belong to any religion of the world or universal. There are too much, I told you, explain you, many, too much, millions messenger came on the world, and million religions came on the world from the God and from humanity. There are too much modern science and science-based education, too much religious education, too much humanity education, too much many kind of the historical history educations. So that I call and make this our greatest universal all voices speeches, VIP, Chief Advisor, Tekketelevision, amazing, incredible, amazing VIP education talking studio on the International Global Wise YouTube channel, and representing on the Facebook pages on the Internet Global Wise YouTube channel, and sending you and representing you for all humanity, peace and love and brotherhood, who they looking to path, and for the education field, for the humanity field, peace and love and brotherhood, to making a good way for greatest holy, your bright future for us, for your family, for all true humanity, humankind service, helping, supporting, lovers and followers, ladies and gentlemen, most welcome, all the time most welcome, with your kind, helpful, supporting relation and humanity, brotherhood relation and religious relation, and your humanity worldwide on the earth as a human being, peace and love and justice from the any nation, from the any country, from the any part of the religious. Do not worry, most welcome all the time, because we have a lot of khazana and the greatest, too much historical oldest literature books, holy books, and the guidance education book, and the too much greatest university, the greatest holy king of the universal scholars, king of scholar, educational scholars, international university, on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook channel, on the online, open online lifetime for you, for us, for the humanity service, for the greatest holy God, honor of the universal service as a services and as employment, to getting always helping, supporting from the greatest holy God, and by God, thank you, thankful, greatest holy God, most welcome all the time. This is a greatest holy month of Ramzan, so we represent my all messages in this Ramzan Sharif, holy religious messages, and the holiest professor field, and the greatest VIP scholar education talking messages on the way of our the universal all voices, all speeches, greatest VIP, Chief Advisor, Tekketelevision, amazing and incredible VIP education talking studio, and the YouTube International Global Wise talking studio television channel, on the overall Shahhanshah, Shahhanshah, Alamgir, Shahhanshah, Aijaazz, Ahmad, Al-Mustafawi, Al-Hadri, Al-Qadri, Al-Mustafawi, all VIP Facebook pages to represent for you, for the humanity, peace and love and brotherhood, totally honestly, on the as a human being, as a greatest holy God, serviceman and employment for the honor of the universal services, totally honestly for as a human being, truly true way to make a good joining celebration, and most welcoming the holy month of Ramzan, the respectful, greatest VIP respectful month of the greatest holy God of the universal, all the time, all the where in the worldwide, in the all countries, make a good, respectfully pray, and your education life, your behavior, your truly honestly service for God, for religion, for your country, for your nation, developing and supporting your parliament, supporting and developing and supporting and helping for parliamentarian members of the government member and the non-government member, private sectors in the all educational university department field. You have to must to run good, behave good, truly honestly all the time. Most welcome, and Ramzan Mubarak, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba bikum, kull aam wa antum bil khair wa afiya wa shahwa wal karam. Because you say we in Islamic studies in Holy Quran and Hadith Nabi Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala Khatm al-Nabiyyin Imam al-Anbiya wal-Mursalin call this month in Ramadan. There are three parts of this month. 10 days. First was Ashra Mubashshara ar-Rahma. Second part Ashra Mubashshara wal-Maghfirah wat-Tawbah. Third part of this holy month Ashra Mubashshara, yani Ashra mean Ashra days, 10 days, yani 1 week. The first 10 days of Ashra Mubashshara Maghfirah Rahma was second part of the month, 10 days, holy nights. There are the Ashra Mubashshara Maghfirah Rahma wa Tawbah. The last 10 days of the holy month Ashra Mubashshara Maghfirah Rahma wa Nijah wal Eidain wal In'am min Allah Rabbi Zul Arshil Azim Rabbul Alamin Subhanallah Ta'ala. It's mean the Prophet, greatest Prophet of Islam, of the universal, explained and advised us the greatest holy month of Ramadan. Do not hesitate it for the fasting, to make Saum, Salat, Zakat, Hajj, Umrah, wal Holy Quran, and advising of Muhammad. You must have to follow with love, truly good behave, good love for you, for your family, for your parents, for your history, past and present, and for future, for the God service, for the Muhammad service, for the holiest Islamic service, for the religion service on the way of the true path as a humanity, peace and love and brotherhood. All the time, do not mistake and don't hesitate it, don't lose it. This is a very greatest holy month of God. You must have to make and take and get from the God your surprise, your prizes, your all thing from the God, and love and maghfirah and mubashshara and maghfirah, inam, ikram, rizq, dawlat, sehat, afiyah, shahwa wal karam. والنبي محمد مصطفى يقول قال this said Muhammad, last prophet of the God, this is a very, very greatest holy month of the God. So you must have to follow and love and attend the all pray and Holy Quran studies and your tasbih studies and your Saum, fasting day and night studies and pray time, holy spirit time. And there is a holy book of the Quran, last book of the God, sent by the honor of the universal greatest holy God, gracious, merciful, sent us greatest last book and the greatest mother of all messengers and holiest books. So that is a very greatest gifted by greatest God, the honor of the universal, all creator of the universal, and the gracious, merciful, greatest blessing and all mercies, and with good happiness, happy Eid, and good wishes